Yeah, yeah, it's been kind of a hectic sort of month. So I've been like spending a lot of time like doing a lot of nothing. It was in practice actually, just doing the regular thing. Went over the launch box. I knew where I was. I realized that I was going too far, and then ended up just landing flat, but just sent me back like, and kind of just gave me that whole whiplash effect and
Ooh.
cracked my head on the old concrete. Never lost consciousness or anything like that, but I knocked myself pretty good. Next day I woke up like, okay, something's wrong here. I was just totally out of it. And then like once it got to nighttime, I wasn't able to like open the doors, like look at light or just anything. And it came down to like 2-3 o'clock in the morning or something like that. And I was like, all right, it's about time. Like I call myself an ambulance here. So then I got there. I was like, man, my head is killing me, and they brought me to an emergency CT scan, and they're like, oh, well, it makes sense that your head would be hurting because you have a subdural hematoma and internal bleeding on your brain. And then they got really serious on me. They got really serious on me. They're like, okay, well, you should probably, call your loved ones because this is what's going on and all this stuff. And at this point I'm like totally freaked out.
So they basically sat you down and they're like, you are going to die.
Well, they never told me that exactly, but they kind of like, gave me the gist of the gravity of the situation. Later on, like I learned that I was in like a double-digit percentage of like dying, and like there was like over like a certain percentage chance, and I didn't know that until like a long time after I got out of the hospital. So I like called my parents because what ended up happening was they're like, okay, well, here's the deal. We're gonna have to sedate you. We're gonna intubate you, which means they're gonna put a breathing apparatus down my throat. They had to paralyze me, put me on the stretcher, helivac me to the next hospital. I made all these like crazy phone calls, and then like told everyone that I loved them, and then with like a kind of like a heavy head, like laid back down onto that table and looked up into the light, and I was like, okay, well, like whatever my fate is, I just gotta kind of accept it right now. The thing was like I went to sleep, but I didn't fully go to sleep. I wasn't able to move it. I was paralyzed, but I was kind of fully aware. And I wake up in the hospital, and I'm like, oh man, I can see like I'm alive. I felt like I just like got reincarnated or something like that. My parents like eventually got there, and I don't remember saying this to my mom. I guess I was like on so many drugs, but apparently the first thing I said to her was, I know what you're thinking, and this is not going to stop me from rollerblading. So that was and they didn't say I couldn't ever skate again, but it's something I got to kind of ease back into and take the appropriate precautions from now on, because I'm inevitably going to have a dark spot on my brain, for the rest of my life.
Oh my fucking god. Can you fucking believe that shit?
Holy shit, Dave.
High-tech camera. This is high-tech camera. Yeah.